Welcome back to MLG Pro Scrims. I'm Mr. X, and that's Revan. We just saw Curse come back after being down 1-0 in that CTF to win it 2-1, and now we're going to move on to a standoff hardpoint.
Also, we're going to be switching up the hosts here. It looks like Curse Gaming, they're going to be taking the host for standoff hardpoint, but, you know, amazing plays by Curse Gaming, and it was really Twiz making all the plays happen.
Yeah, you know, once Twiz got that sneak pull, like we were predicting it after a while. We saw him keep going that ringside. We saw he was going to get a pull, and once he got that first flag, it seemed like everything just started to unravel for UNiTE.
But now we're going back to a hardpoint now on map number 1. It was Slum's hardpoint. UNiTE Gaming, they took that one by 2 points. That was a must-watch match. If you missed it, youtube.com/official MLG COD will be your best friend for that. But now it's going to be standoff. This is more a map about rotations and protecting the hardpoint from the outside here.
Yeah, this map is really dominant by rotations, and it's dominated by submachine gun players as well. So I'm going to be looking for Miracles to go big on this map, along with Complex.
Yeah, if you look at the rotation paths on this map, you're pretty much just going to be going in a big circle around through the alleyways, you know, through back alley, then around through playground. Sometimes you'll see players rotate through the L1 wood, but for the most part, it's really tight quartered action around the rotation pathways.
Yeah, it's really just a big circle around the map for your rotational play. So, you know, that back alley by green is completely dominated by the submachine gun players, and it's extremely difficult to anchor on this map. I don't know if you've ever tried anchoring on this map. It's one of the hardest maps to anchor on because there's so much pressure in your face the whole game.
And since it's such close quarter combat, we actually see that the submachine guns, they tend to rotate first. In fact, It was really Impact that started to do this first. They had the anchor player just get the scrappy time on the current hard point while the 3 submachine guns pressure across the map and actually hold down that position and get the spawns until the anchor player takes his time and rotates around to take that control.
Yeah, we saw Impact do that extremely well, and that's why people were always confused watching Impact. Like, oh, Parasite's the anchor, but he has captures and defense. What are they doing? He's not anchoring. But, you know, that's extremely smart what they did, and they're doing it now, and they're doing it by using extreme conditioning on their submachine gun players, and they're pushing them further out.
Yeah, extreme conditioning and rotation. Now, I don't advise you to use extreme conditioning when you're going to be controlling the hard point. I mean, sure, in rotation, yes, but you could use much more advantageous perks, especially when you have the spawns. You know, from your spawn point to the hard point, it's only going to be a couple of feet if you have the better spawns. There's no real reason to use extreme conditioning in that situation.
No, and if you're going to run extreme conditioning, it's extremely important the people that you play with also run extreme conditioning, because then it's going to ruin just pacing and just flow of the game.
All right, Mr. X, you're going to be controlling the Godcasters Knights. Tell me, who are we going to be starting things off with?
Let me set up the rules. Let's start it off with Miracles from Curse. What do you want me to do, Revan?
Click the left bumper.
Left bumper.
All right, there we go. So let's see what Miracles is going to do at the start here. So his team, they initially spawned over towards the grandma's house. Miracles, he doesn't really like that spawn that much, so he pushed right through the back alley. Now he's got control of Hay.
Nah, you know, smart play from Miracles going all the way around and grabbing those spawns, but, you know, now it's unfortunate they're still spawning out.
And, you know, take a look at his class as well. He still has extreme conditioning on, but granted, it's still very early on in the game. Wasn't getting the most favorable spawn, but he does have dexterity, lightweight, and Miracles, I do like that he has lightweight on his class, because if you look at his playstyle, he's not really going to be affected by grenades all that much. It's really going to be Twiz, who's inside that hard point that must use Blackjack.
Yeah, you know, you see Twiz doing work inside the hard point right now on a 3-kill streak, extremely close to streaks, and like you said, I like the play from Miracles not to run Flakjack. We see some submachine gun players use Flakjack, and, you know, it really slows them down. It ruins their movement.
Juggle attempt from Twiz earns him score streak so early on in the game. That was Complex picking up the kill onto Parasite, giving him the much-needed kill there, and now he's earned himself the War Machine, doing some damage. Bottom wood as well. There goes Parasite. 5 kill spree for Twiz. That's Curse Gaming. They will control the green hardpoint. He's got the War Machine, finds one in the side door, but it will be UNiTE Gaming holding on thanks to kill, but he just got taken out intro 2-piece by Complex, and this is a contested hardpoint.
Yeah, you know, Complex is just so talented near the hardpoint. You see him running double trophies. It's something we haven't seen out of Curse. They're running multiple trophies, and I really wonder why, Revan, because we haven't seen too many tacticals or grenades out of UNiTE.
I mean, especially on this specific hardpoint, it's not like you're forced into a very close-quartered kind of position. I mean, you could kind of take cover from grenades just by moving from corner to corner, and that was a good shank from Complex right there. Hellstorm being used early on rotation. Yeah,
and the smart play from Twiz to use this Hellstorm in rotation. You see all the players from Curse on pretty well off kill streaks. You see a 4-kill streak from, oh, I just jinxed it. And then we see Miracles on a 3-kill streak, and then Twiz on a 2-kill streak. So, you know, Curse is racking up time and streaks right now.
However, it's still very early on in the game, but it looks like they did win the rotation to the blue hard point. At least they have a body inside there. That's going to be Twiz controlling that one. Big kill from Complex as well. So right now, Curse Gaming, they have around a 50-point lead and growing as you see Twiz inside the hard point. He's a guy with score streaks. Let's take a look at what he's doing.
Yeah, you know, Twiz is just working this hard point perfectly. He's getting those call-outs from mid-street, seeing if anyone's pushing his jump up. And, you know, right now, Miracles is pushing out that back alley, which is extremely important. Too many teams let the opposing team get too close on this hard point.
And Twiz, you saw him peeking out the back alley window there. I cringe every time someone does that because it's an incredibly risky play. You could easily get picked off by an assault rifle player there. I love when they lock down the bedroom positioning. You can work those corners to your advantage, but I love it when the guy inside the hardpoint just lays down at that front windowsill. By doing that, you stop anybody from climbing up on your roof and running through the window because they can't walk over you, and most of the time, it ends in a free kill for you.
Yeah, and it's extremely easy kill, and right now, this is going to be huge for Curse. They're going to need to break this hill because they can't give UNiTE this time because it's extremely easy to give up this full 60 if you don't break it fast, and it's also extremely easy to just forfeit streaks, and you see Complex break it pretty easily.
But there is still UNiTE members ready to push it, and I love what Curse is doing. They had an idea, or maybe they were just guessing that somebody was going to be on the top side of the hill, and you know, they guessed right, and now you got Miracles very close to some score streaks for Curse Gaming, and they've been in complete control of this game ever since that green hard point.
You know, they pretty much came out and dominated this hard point. We're seeing something out of Miracles we don't usually see. He's picking up an AR, and he's playing a position usually an anchor would play, and you know, this is something different that we hadn't seen from him on Impact.
Well, anchoring, it's a team job. Everybody's got to pitch in their own work. How about the anchor player? Because spawns, they benefit the entire team. So the entire team has to have some presence around that area.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, anchoring's become a team job now. One person can't anchor because there's so many times where teams are just flooding all 4 guys at that one guy, and you can't just leave him alone.
And it looks like Miracles will be playing for these score streaks here, so he's investing in the long-term game here. Earns his Hellstorm Missile there as the Blind Fire calling in his Lightning Strike. UNiTE Gaming, they are currently down by 118 points, it looks like.
Yeah.
How do they start climbing back into this one?
You know, right now, they really just need to get some time here, and even if they don't get time, they need to just put pressure on the hills so Curse can waste some of these streaks. I mean, we see streaks from Miracles, we see BL Fire has streaks, and we see Twiz with streaks. And if you don't get them to waste these streaks in this hill and you're just going to give them this time, it's going to be impossible to come back.
War Machine being used, but every time I take a look at that kill feed, all I see is Curse, Curse, Curse. They are dominating right now. In fact, Mr. X, I want to take a look at the scoreboard if we can.
Yeah, let's take a look at the scoreboard.
There we go. 23-11 from Complex and 15-6 as well from Miracles. 16-7 from Twiz. The submachine guns from Twiz, they're... Blind Fire just needs to stay alive at this point because it's the submachine guns that are picking up the kills all over the map.
Yeah, his 3 submachine gun players are really dominating this game. You know, 12 deaths for an anchor, 13 now for an anchor. I mean, it's not too bad on this map halfway through, but his subs are putting out so much pressure and they're winning almost all of their gun battles.
And, I mean, I'm looking at the defense column as well. It looks like Curse Gaming, they got more there. I mean, 6 defense for Twiz, and you could really tell how these guys have so many score streaks to work with. They are just staying alive for so long, picking up kills, and they're pretty darn close to getting 200 points before UNiTE even have 60.
Absolutely, and I mean, you see Nameless losing that gun battle for those score streaks. I mean, that's huge. That pretty much squeals every opportunity for UNiTE to make a comeback.
And there you go. You see Nameless in the back just trying to hold down the position on the next hard point for his team, but it looks like Curse Gaming, they will win this rotation as well. Hellstorm Missile, in fact, going to be used, but I think Curse Gaming, they just have plenty of streaks to work with here. I'm sure Miracle still has some War Machine ammo to use. It looks like they do have some great positioning around the blue hard point as well. You got Complex here. He's about to find a lot of action in the back alley.
Yeah, he's about to find a lot of action in this back alley. It looks like that's where UNiTE was originally going to push, but you also see out of UNiTE on the map, they're not pushing together. It's usually one guy. You're always seeing just one guy running at a time, and that's not how you're going to win hard points.
Hellstorm Missile, happy birthday for Miracles. Could have picked up 3 kills right there, but it looks like UNiTE spread out just in time. Miracles now on a 3-kill spree, but Parasite trying to make something happen for his team, but they're still down by over 100 points. Do you see any way UNiTE can mount a comeback into this game?
You know, right now it's pretty difficult to see UNiTE making a comeback into this game. They're forcing a lot of stuff right now, and they fed Curse so many streaks. You're not going to win hardpoint consistently like that.
I mean, with Curse having this much of a lead, they could rotate pretty much whenever they want to. As long as they don't feed too many score streaks to UNiTE Gaming, they could rotate at 40 seconds for all they care, because if you give UNiTE 40 seconds, you're still up by 70.
Absolutely, and you notice that UNiTE kept pushing that hard point till late, and they actually spawned Curse all the way at the next one, and Curse was like, you know, we'll just stay here and take it. And, I mean, they have the anchor battle right now. All BLFire needs to do is turn around, but he didn't.
He gets taken out of the anchor, and that forces him to spawn out. I mean, Blindfire, he's not doing the best of job in the anchor position on this map, but it's all about the submachine guns right now for Curse, because they are just slaying everything in sight. They only need 18 more points to close out this game. Blindfire is going to lock down the packages like a champ. Look at that minimap. It's going to be so tough for UNiTE Game to even get close to this hard point.
Yeah, it's so difficult for UNiTE to even get close to this hard point. You see Miracles just going off mid-map, getting more score streaks, and this is what we talked about at the beginning of the game. He's such a different player right now from what he was on Impact, just playing such a dominant Slayer role.
Wow, look at that score, 250 to 102 in favor of Curse Gaming. They're going to tie up this series, but I got to take one final look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw all-out sub-dominance from Curse Gaming right there, and not UNiTE's best play at all on hardpoint.
All right, 33 and 18 for Complex, 25 and 14, 26 and 11. The submachine guns for Curse, they came out to play on that map.
Yeah, they really dominated that map. And it might be a little bit because the anchor isn't really important to really rotate early on that map, so it's a little easier for Curse to manage the spawns that way. We really didn't see them spawn out too much, but they really dominated that map.
All right, just to let you guys know, the stream is going to go down for a couple of seconds, but just have that refresh button ready to click. I think we just got to fix a couple of our settings, but it's going to be Meltdown Search and Destroy coming up next, Mr. X.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a good map, you know.
Yeah, both these teams, it's going to be Search and Destroy. You saw UNiTE Gaming come out strong on the first Search and Destroy. That was on standoff, but I wonder what they have in store for us on Meltdown.
Yeah, usually on Meltdown out of Curse, we usually see more delayed A pushes, and from UNiTE, we usually just see snipers over at B.
All right, so we're going to head to a quick commercial break. Keep in mind the stream, it's going to go down for a couple of seconds, so get ready to click that refresh button. But stay tuned here on MajorLeagueGaming.com because more Call of Duty action is coming your way.